I fought the urge to glance at my cell phone as Kathryn finally arrived at the casket. A heart-wrenching sob echoed throughout the church before she flung her body over Richmonds. Her arms disappeared inside the casket. Her hair somehow didn't move, but kudos to her for playing the role to the very end. That kind of commitment deserved a round of applause to accompany the stunned gasps floating through the room. "This can't be happening." Kathryn choked out the words through a new bout of uncontrolled crying. "I can't lose you." Too late. Wyatt rushed to fish his mother out of the casket and knocked against the flower spray resting on top, sending loose petals spilling onto Kathryn and whatever else was in the box. "No!" Kathryn broke into a full-throated wail this time. Shouting yes seemed like too much, so I refrained. "Mom, it's okay. Come on." Wyatt hovered over Kathryn's convulsing body, trying to lift her off his dead father. Stark whispers bounced around the back of the room. I ignored them, transfixed by the acting masterclass in front of me. Portia didn't appear as impressed. She walked away from her mother in a gloomy cloud of teenage despair, just as the minister swooped in to assist Wyatt. Kathryn's legs barely held her as they pulled her out and dropped her sobbing form into a nearby pew. This bitch knew how to work a room. With a deep inhale, the minister dragged his attention away from all the weeping and waved his hand in my direction. "Mrs. Dougherty." Oh, shit, right. Me, Mrs. Addison Dougherty. Dear dead Richmond's much younger second wife. A recent addition to this dysfunctional family. Town pariah, the person most people blamed for Richmond being in that box. They weren't totally wrong. I wanted to kill him. Someone beat me to it. Chapter 2. Her. Married, day 16. The bedroom lights flickered on and off as music blared through all 3 stories of the large colonial house. An early morning unwanted wake-up call. The screensaver on my cell phone said it wasn't yet 3. The pounding near my temples would likely last all day. Richmond was consistent. A jackass, but a consistent one. He'd been playing this game for 4 days now. He'd weaponized the smart home devices, sending the house into a downward spiral of flashing lights, spiking temperatures, and malfunctioning alarms. So much for thinking he'd get bored. He'd ratcheted up his nonsense and added music from the whole house speakers this round. The only solace came from knowing messing with me meant messing up his own sleep. But his behavior begged for a harsh lesson. The kind of metaphorical beating that would make him hesitate before unleashing his next bright idea. Like most men in his I deserve expensive things circle, he craved power, but he failed to understand how to harness it. Real power grew out of a festering anger that fought any form of healing. Match fury with rigid determination and a bone-deep sense of, I don't care what you think about me, and you win. Richmond didn't have the nerve. Behind the toothy grin and love of shiny objects, he needed to be liked, to be praised and honored, to believe the masses existed to bask in his glory. That misplaced hubris would be his downfall, because all the male posturing in the world couldn't defeat a ticked-off woman on a mission. Richmond had tricks and nighttime maneuvers, an array of covert actions to prove he reigned as top bully in the household. I had leverage. And a bat. Throwing off the covers, I slid out of bed and into my slippers. The nightlight from the attached bathroom showed the way. After a quick check in the mirror to make sure my loose pajamas still covered what needed to remain covered, I grabbed the end of the bat from its resting place next to my side of the bed. There was no need to rush, because revenge should be savored. By the time I reached my bedroom door, my sole goal and deepest desire turned to making Richmond wet himself with fear. Undoing the bolt lock took a second, then into the hallway, ready to go, and swinging the weapon I'd bought for added security a week ago. The walk to his bedroom door took a dramatically long time.